My name is Laura. You'll hear my husband, but he's not going to do a face reveal until we have at least 1 million subscribers, so make sure you subscribe and like these videos.
How many subscribers do you have now?
We're not talking about that at this moment in time. The point is we're gaining toward 1 million.
And it can explode, right? So, overnight, okay.
Yes. Well, here's a topic that I'm going to have fun with because it's all about birthdays. For me, growing up, I hated birthdays. I never wanted to...
That's a strong word.
It is a very strong word, but here we go. I don't remember how old I was turning, maybe 5 or 6 years old. And my birthday happens to be the day after Halloween, on the Feast of All Saints. So one year, on Halloween, my mother and some neighbors decided, oh, we're going to celebrate Laura and her sister's birthday together because my sister was born 2 years and 6 days after me. I got so upset and threw such a tantrum. I ran upstairs and locked myself in the room. I heard all the kids in the neighborhood and all the neighbors singing. There must have been at least 50, 60 people in my parents' house singing happy birthday, trying to call me down, convince me to go down there. And I was like, no, it's supposed to be my day. I'm the person of honor. I'm the one who's supposed to be celebrated. Joan's birthday is just a few days after mine. Why should I share a birthday with her? So it was very selfish of me, but I never liked that. I always felt like I was never special because for a few years there, well, it was more than a few, I had to share my birthday with my sibling. And then as I got older, I just would tell people, no, don't get me anything. I don't want anything. I don't want any attention because it was never that way when I was younger. It was never special.
Aha! So that's why you gave me a hard time today at the store when I went to buy
No, I see birthdays completely differently now, and really, I don't want anything. Because I understand it differently now.
But we want to give you something.
I know.
So don't give me a hard time anymore. You're being selfish.
See, he wants to be buying me these treats, and then I read the ingredients, and I'm like, no.
No, we'll get the healthy ones. We didn't know that was
We did not find any healthy ones today.
Not yet. We will. You know we will.
I'm very particular about what I put into this temple of God here.
No, this is the first time I've heard that story. You keep surprising me. I think I know you. We've been married for so long, and before that we were friends for so long, and you come up with some doozies.
Well, I've probably never shared it with so much emotion before because you like for me to get to the point of the story. So I'll probably just tell you the point. And
no,
then
you never said that one.
You sure?
You told me about how you didn't like sharing birthdays with your siblings.
Right.
But you never told me...
It's just one sibling. Yeah.
Oh, but you never told me about running up to the room and locking yourself.
Throwing a tantrum.
Right, you never told me about that.
Because you don't like all the details sometimes.
Oh, okay.
And there was another thing that my birthday for a few years was not celebrated on the day of my birth, but the day before my birth, because that's when everybody would be dressed up in costumes, and it was convenient for everybody just to go over to my parents' home and sit down and eat cake when on top of eating all their Halloween candy. And then most of the time I would get so many candies that everybody hated. They didn't like them at all. And I just decided, you know what? I'm going to be defiant and I'm going to love all these candies that they hate. So I learned to like black licorice and these peanut butter taffies, which I still like those peanut butter taffies to this day. And things like Bitto honey and other stuff that kids just did not like to get in their Halloween bags.
You're messed up in the head, huh?
Yes, I was. I think I've changed now drastically,
well,
but...
I hope you know that you're very special.
Oh, I do now.
Okay. Especially,
I see it different.
Especially for me.
I see it differently.
You sexy woman, you.
Okay, you don't have to go bringing that into this.
You're not just special. See, 2 S words, you're also sexy.
Okay. Huh? So now you know how my husband feels about me.
S squared, you know? Whichever you want to call it. Maybe I should start calling you, hey, S squared.
Okay, how were birthdays for you? You never talked about birthdays.
Because
you still don't talk about them.
Because my birthday was never celebrated. But
never ever? Did you have a birthday party?
When I was a kid, nope. Never had a birthday party. But it was never a big deal. I never thought about it. Mm-hmm. I just never thought about it. It was never something that I thought about. It was like, oh, my birthday's coming up. I have a birthday party, you know?
See, I think because of where you grew up and how you grew up with pretty much no television and just a radio, that kind of thing. You didn't have.
No, it's not where I grew up because, for example, my cousin had television. It
No,
was just
I'm talking about the way you grew up, the way you were raised,
Right.
without the television, just having the radio. But for me, having the television and being invited to parties, and I had this expectation based on what was built around me in the society and the social circle I was
Oh,
in.
that makes sense. When I met you, you had expectations, all based on TV shows.
Yes,
I remember that.
yes.
You wanted 12, a dozen kids.
Okay, that was
Like
the
it was
Catholic
a-
Church
like it was a
upbringing. That had
grown-up
nothing
thing?
to do with the television.
Oh, I see.
12 kids was definitely a faith-based thing.
Wow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jesus would have taken care of them, that's for sure.
Yeah, Jesus would have probably would have killed half of them.
No, Jesus wouldn't kill. What are you talking
No,
about?
I probably would have.
How would you kill
I
them?
don't know that I would be able to handle
Of
that
course.
many.
Oh no, Mom, you do great with our kids now, so I don't think.
Well,
that
getting
would be an
back to
issue.
birthdays, though.
Yes, back to birthdays. So no, that for me that was never. It was never an issue, really. Not too many things were an issue for me.
Mm-hmm.
I lived a very simple life. I think it's. I don't know why. That's just the way it was. I was never interested in prom, like they had high school. I was never interested in any of that stuff. I think because I got too much attention from playing soccer. It
Oh,
was too much for me already.
Right.
I didn't want much attention. Maybe that's what it was.
now
Anyway.
I can say this. I did my best to throw a surprise birthday party for my husband. This is when I think right before we had started dating. We were just still business partners at that time, and I thought, oh, this is a momentous birthday in the societal world, and I said we should just do a surprise birthday party for him. So I got together with some of our friends in the office there, and we planned this surprise birthday party for him. Oh, let me tell you how that did not work, because he's like, oh, are you doing this? Are you doing that? I'm like, oh my gosh, is he reading my mind? That was part of when I was still learning about his abilities. And so there's no way to surprise my husband whatsoever, because he already knows it way ahead of time. So
What birthday party was that?
that was the one
I
where we
don't
took you
recall.
to the
Oh, to the medieval times?
Medieval Times. Yes, that's the name of the place.
Right.
I was about to say the Round Table place. Medieval Times, yes.
And had me eat chicken when I didn't really like chicken.
Well, that was before I knew you didn't really like chicken or American food.
But that was very thoughtful of you.
But I baked him a key lime pie.
You did?
I did.
Oh, I don't remember.
You liked it so much, you asked me to bake you another one.
Wow.
I said, okay. At least you like that.
Got it. Well, thank you for baking the pie.
Oh,
I don't
no.
recall it, but
I know.
So now back to
So it was not a surprise. He knew all about it way in advance and just told me as we were driving there, oh, I already knew you were doing this. And I'm like, excuse me? Anyway.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway. So now,
Yes.
why did we bring this topic up, or why are we discussing this?
Birthdays from the spiritual side. How should they
According
really
to the
be,
teachings.
according to the teachings, how
Right.
should they really be treated? How should we handle?
Well, first it sounds to me that from you asking me the question about myself and the way you reacted to your birthdays, that's the way people expect birthdays to be,
Yes.
pretty much, right? Even our youngest daughter, she had her birthday a couple of days ago, right?
4 days ago.
4 days ago. And she had certain expectations, and I had to sit down with her and discuss some things with her, so that she could understand. Okay, I guess she's hit that monumental age, as you say, according to the teaching, right?
Yes.
And so we want to make sure that she understands now the way that we live, and how it's different from society itself and what society expects. So anyway, getting back to your question, according to the teachings, according to Saint Germain, according to Jesus and the Ascended Masters, the rest of the Ascended Masters, how should birthdays be handled? Well, first of all, according to Saint Germain, who in one of his embodiments, he was the father of Jesus, so he was Joseph, Saint Joseph, according to the Catholic Church. On that day, literally, the frequencies of the universe are closer to you the person having the birthday. All right, so your frequency is aligned more with the universe, because on the day that you were born, the same thing happened. Okay, it's like when Jesus was about to be born, or he was born, and they saw the light, and that's the frequency of the universe coming converging with the frequency of Jesus himself. So it doesn't just happen with Jesus, it happens with everybody.
Okay.
Okay, it happened with Buddha, it happened with Muhammad, Krishna, us, as in everybody in the universe right now. So knowing that you are in tune with the universe, that's when you, on this very special day, it is a very special day, is supposed to give out that energy for everyone that you believe requires help. Not necessarily from you, but from anywhere.
Okay.
So that's when practically anything that you request will be granted. Okay? Because of that special moment, because your frequency is in tune with the universe itself. However, the catch is that the request has to be for anyone except yourself. It should not be self-directed at all. So if you know a friend that's struggling, let's say, with their schoolwork, right? It's a fellow student of yours and she's really having a hard time. You could thank the angels or Saint Germain or Jesus or Moses.
Or anyone
Buddha,
you're close to.
Anyone you're close to, right? Any one of the ascended masters. Again, you might not call them ascended masters, but they are ascended masters. Krishna, you thank them for helping this individual with his or her studies, with her academics or his academics, that they perform well. And the universe goes and makes that happen for that individual. If you know someone's health is not at its optimal level, you could thank, you might not believe in God or Ascended Master, so you might want to thank the universe, right? So you thank the universe for helping this individual experience optimal health. And whatever else it might be that you want to help someone experience, this is the day that you do it. So you spend the entire day doing that. We're also taught that on that day, anyone that you are around receives that blessing from you, that wonderful energy from you. So that's the one day where you want to be around people, if you're a people person. You want people around you because your energy, that positivity radiates to everyone. And without them asking, without them knowing, you're touching these people and helping them improve their lives on that day. That's what you're supposed to do on your birthday.
So it's not a matter of me going out and buying presents for people. That's not the kind of blessing. It's just
it's a spiritual
heartfelt,
blessing.
Spiritual way of connecting with each other and just helping each other.
That's correct. It's all spiritual.
Okay.
You're not supposed to go out and look for someone, help them cross the street. That's not what it is.
So it's not random acts of kindness as they're called. It's
not at all.
It's actual.
It's nothing outward, as in that someone can see.
Okay.
Remember, the beauty of the teachings is that we don't go broadcasting what we're doing.
Right.
We just don't do that, right? We don't go saying, oh, I donated this to some charity, or I did this for this person. We don't do that, because the moment you do that, you just nullified everything you've done. It's supposed to be your private act. No one needs to know about it. So by doing that, for example, when the people are around you, you don't stand there and say, well, I'm glad you guys are around me because now you're going to be blessed with some wonderful things, and this is what I wish for you. Oh, by the way, I wish that you will have a baby now, since you've been struggling with that. That's not.
It's not like when I met the priest at the store a couple of days ago, and he's like, "Oh, let me give you a blessing right there," and "Nemi Patri Filii Spiritus Sancti." So it's really a private affair.
Tell me, the Catholic priest?
Yes, one of the priests from our local church.
I mean, from our local church, from the one that we...
From the only church
Right.
near us.
There were parishioners too, the Catholic Church. There's only one.
Yes.
So, well,
So it's not an outward
that's what
symbol.
he knows best. You know?
Oh, I
That's
know,
what
but
he
I'm
knows.
just, so individuals watching this video have a reference in mind. You know, it's not doing anything physical or making mention of it. It's,
That's an extremely good point, yes. You're not, again, for example, your birthday is coming up soon. So imagine that you take this literally and then you start calling people, hey, what do you need help with? Because my birthday is coming up and I'm going to include it in my wishes for you. You don't do that.
well, see now, funny thing, when you first explained to me many moons ago, about how a birthday is really supposed to be approached, you had not given me such a great explanation as you have now for this video, but you had just said that I should be the one giving the blessings and not expecting anything in return. And I thought, oh, but I was thinking physically. So I went out, I bought you a present, I bought presents for people in the office, I bought presents for my family, presents for other people, and I was giving out presents, and you're like, what is this for? I'm like, because it's my birthday. And you're like, why are you giving me a present on your birthday? Like, well, isn't that what I'm supposed to do? And you're like, no, blessings. And I was like so confused. What do you mean? So, yes.
Oh, that's why you brought up the thing about buying gifts for people.
Yes.
Well, now everybody knows that's not what they should be doing.
Right.
Or you don't go and I'm bringing these up as they come to mind, so people must be thinking these. Like even the one with the baby, someone must be
Thinking about
So they'll
that.
laugh when they watch this video. Because now the other one is someone thinking that they'll go and cook for individuals, you know, people like the homeless or something. No, no, you don't need to do that. All right, at all. That's not what it's about. It's all spiritual. It's nothing physical at all. Everything you're doing, you could do it from home.
Remotely.
There we
like
go.
all the work my husband does, it's all remote.
All right? Yeah,
we
you don't-
never have to meet.
You don't have to go and spend any money.
Nope.
And we're not saying you should be cheap. That's not what we're saying.
no.
But it has not. It's not as if though all of a sudden the help that you're providing to someone becomes more effective because you went and spent money on them. That's not how it works. It doesn't get magnified by you spending money, because it has nothing to do with money. It has to do with energy. It's all energy. So you thanking the ascended masters or the angels or the universe or divine source, whatever you choose to call the one great
God,
being,
we call
which
God.
we call God, right? Whatever you want to call that being, you just thank him or her, if you want it to be a her, right? It's up to you. God doesn't care if you give him or her a gender. It doesn't matter. But you just thank God for whatever this individual requires that you're thinking about. That's it. You know, so again, then you don't go calling a person saying, oh, I made a wish for you because it was my birthday, or I did this for you, or what can I do for you because it's my birthday? You know? Somebody might think, oh, let me go ask some people what I can help them with.
Right.
No, that's the moment you do that, it defeats the purpose of what you're supposed to do for your birthday. No one is supposed to know you've done it at all. So keep that in mind.
Okay. And thank you for sharing that.
Oh, okay. Are we done?
I think so.
Thank you.
It sounds like you've covered everything, unless if you get another thought in your mind.
Yeah, I think that's it. That the main thing is that you know that you're closer to your frequency is more in tune with the universe itself, and take advantage of it on that day. And if it's possible, now with all this COVID-19 situation, they might not want you to gather, right? But again, you can still gather spiritually.
Well, how about like on calls?
Zoom call, right?
FaceTime, Zoom.
Yeah, how would you do
All
that?
these different apps now have.
No, but how would you do this? Oh, I want to gather with you guys for my birthday?
No, normally if someone knows it's your birthday and you're in quarantine, I've seen it where they just set up group time to call you, and then everybody gets on at the same time and wishes you
there
happy
go.
birthday.
So if that happens, then with all the people there, you know, whatever it is that you would like for them, the blessing you'd like for them, you just mentally put it out there for them.
Again, that's mentally.
Right, mentally. Right, don't have a
Not
big
verbally,
sign that you've written
mentally.
and they put there and say, "Oh, I wish for all of you guys," and
My wish for you is.
exactly. It's not. That's not how it goes. Anyway, what it comes down to is this: if you don't get a gift, it shouldn't be a big deal because
Right.
the gift you're getting. Remember what this is said many times, that what you put out, you get back 1,000-fold. So imagine all that you're putting out for everybody out there, and you're getting that 1,000-fold from all these folks. Now that's not why you're doing it. So I hope that's not why you're doing it. You don't go and say, "Well, my birthday's coming up, so I'm gonna have all these great wishes for everybody because I know now I'm gonna get all these blessings back." That's not. You shouldn't be doing that either, right? You're simply doing it because you know that it's going to help these individuals. They will benefit from it. It's not about you benefiting. It's about them benefiting.
Right.
So you shouldn't expect anything back. Anything we do, we should never expect anything back. And if we do get something back in return, it's a bonus. Really, that's the way we should look at it. But we should never do something expecting something in return.
Got it. All right. Hopefully you have found this video to be helpful, a different perspective about birthdays, and please feel free to share it with as many individuals as possible. You can find us at 190 Vision on our website, Facebook, Instagram, and just anywhere else. Just click in 190 Vision and see what comes up.
One more thing before we hang up, or
Yes.
before you end it. Now, if someone happens to give you a birthday present,
Yes.
you should accept it.
Yes.
You shouldn't say, "No, I don't want it because according to the teachings, I'm not supposed to get a birthday present." No, you accept it.
Graciously accept whatever
because
is
it's a
given to
blessing
you.
that's been given to you. Right? So you don't say no, you don't reject it, but you don't go looking for one, and you don't get upset because you didn't get one.
Right.
So I wanted to clarify that. A lot
Okay.
of people miss this part because once they hear the other things, they probably turn it off. So, my little listen, stay till the end. See?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in the next video.